Technically, I think it would probably be just the breadth of knowledge that I was able to glean from it. Because when you leave university, or in my case, I had been doing a different career, you get a very strong sense of what can only be described as imposter syndrome, that you don't know anything. That as soon as you talk to somebody else, like, you suddenly realize how little you know. And I have to say, bootcamp closed that gap a lot. It took away the feeling of I'm useless, I don't know what to do, I'm drowning here, as opposed to now, after I left bootcamp, I was like, I think I can pretty much do anything if someone were to ask me. Obviously, that doesn't mean you know how to do it incredibly well, but at least you didn't feel like you were drowning in most cases.
So I could talk about all of the amazing technical things that we learned, but because I am a business analyst, I think the most valuable thing for me was the agile section. Pretty much any team that you go into when you actually start working will be working in some sort of agile, whether it's Scrum or Kanban. And to have had like a whole week where we can actually learn and practice it and apply it in our own projects, it really sort of set me off in a good place when I actually joined my team. Although my team was really mature, it was nice to be able to add to the way that they worked.
For me, it was how important it is to plan for the projects that we were dealing with. We went in there thinking we can code, so everything will be great, but it was important to first build that foundation of planning a project, so that was really helpful.
So I am currently contracted to Standard Bank. We are the first offsite team. We are the lifestyle team for Standard Bank. And currently I'm working as an Android developer. We have just finished Lotto. So that's going to now be deployed onto the Android app probably next week. And currently I'm working on license disk renewal. I have quite an interesting team, very fun team. If you look at us from the outside, you're probably going to think that we all hate each other, but we get along. It's a very well put together team.
And currently, our team, we designed a web application and mobile apps that allowed Masscom subscribers to purchase data and airtime digitally, as well as do other things like purchase electricity or transact to a certain extent using actual money that they didn't have access to before. People used to just go to a kiosk and buy a voucher, and they had to put in buy airtime and things that way. And technically about that, we've used a whole bunch of new tech, like Vue.js, for example, on the front end, and native script for the mobile apps. And it's been absolutely incredible just to play around with, because I'd hardly heard of these technologies before starting to work there. Now it's very fun getting to play around with it and see what you can come up with, and what like modern development looks like.
I am contracted at Discovery. I work in the web team. We focus on two parts of the web, the financial advisor zone, as well as all of the leads generation, so a lot of the logged out portion of the web. It's really interesting, super fast-paced environment, and I think without bootcamp, I wouldn't be in the position that I am at my client now.
So I'm currently based at a client's GT247, and we're working on a pension fund administrator. So that is a company that is part of GT247, and we're working on .NET background, and then we're working on an Angular front end. Yeah.